Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick video. I am coming up on 1 year, not two, 1 year of having the surgery. So it has been just a huge blessing for me, and I am just blessed with the opportunity that I got to have the surgery. And then I found the perfect doctor, and she's changed my life. She really has. And I am I was trying to think the other day. I was like, what are some significant things that I didn't expect from having this surgery? So I kind of compiled that together of some little, just like tidbits on recovery and what I experienced. And I hope this helps you if you've had the surgery recently, or if you're going to have the surgery, maybe something to look out for. So just a few things, and I have a little binder here. So um, my I would say it lasted about 3 months, but about a week in to my surgery, I noticed my body like wanted to stretch on its own. It was so odd because I would just get up out of my chair, my recliner in the morning, and then all of a sudden my body would just like want to just stretch. Can't do that. I I was hunched over for about 3 months, and I think that's above average. I think 1 or 2 months is what people were saying, but I had a longer recovery. But I was hunched over for about 3 months, and it would have been extremely painful if I would have let my body do that. So I kind of had to train myself to kind of stretch hunched over. So I would just basically, I think I would just, it's hard to explain, but I would just kind of tighten my muscles and just kind of like, and then it would shiver, my body would shiver, and body would be happy. But every morning that would happen, and I would say that happened for about starting at about a week post-op to about 3 months post-op. So no biggie, just expect that, I guess. If that does happen to you, just kind of train your body to do that. It is incredibly painful to cough and to sneeze. I don't sneeze very often, but for some reason, like 2 weeks after I got surgery, I sneezed all the time. And I wasn't sick, but it is so painful. You have to like consciously just like figure out how you can cough or sneeze without using your abdomen, and that is so difficult. If you go to surgery, if your surgery is the day before and you get sick, cancel it. Seriously, cancel it, because there's no way. It was hard for me being weeks out dealing with the sneezing and the coughing. I can't imagine if you had a cold. Obviously, if you get a cold afterwards, you can't help that. You're going to have to manage, and I think it's extremely rare for your stitches to break, but just cancel the surgery. Even if you've been waiting months, you don't want that pain or have to deal with that. Just a pro tip. So I would get these tightening spells in my abs, and I'm not exactly sure what they were, but the best way I could describe it is like it felt like spider webs, like trying to break apart, or they were together. It's a weird analogy, but that is the best way I can explain it. So it would just be super uncomfortable. Like I just would feel like this achiness in my stomach, and like feeling like things needed to break apart. As weird as it sounds, like I felt like that's what needed to happen. So I actually wrote this on a group forum for the surgery, and a physical therapist actually wrote me, and she said, try crawling like a baby. Something needs to break apart, crawling like a baby will help you with that. So that's what I did. I did figure eights one way and figure eights the other way, and it helped so much. So I did that maybe up till about 6 months post-op, and super easy fix. I felt like my whatever was in there, it was breaking apart, and super comfortable after I did it. So I only did it for maybe less than a minute each time I did it. So it's not like you have to crawl like a baby like for a long time. It's just like 30 seconds or so. So pro tip there too. I'm sorry, I'm saying pro tip. That's really weird. Okay, helpful tip. Lipo. So I had lipo on my sides, and it was for contouring purposes, and it was taken off of my obliques mainly, and then the front of my stomach. So now I'm noticing that whenever my body is gaining weight in some way, my fat or whatever, I gain weight in my hips. Now, so the sides of my thighs and my booty. So I have never, ever, 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 ever had a booty, and now all of a sudden I have like, I'm like this on the side, and then whoop. So I so I put my, I've never had this problem, but I would put my pants on and it wouldn't fit on the back, and I've never had that before. So I'm kind of like having to live in this new body and then adjust to how my weight is being distributed now. So it's different for me. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just super different. So I don't know if that happens with everybody, but it definitely happened with me. So I used to gain weight around my belly, and now it's gone elsewhere, so which is fine. And then I still feel some limitations, so I do not feel comfortable like doing back bends or like in yoga poses like cobra or whatever. Yeah, so I'm not going to be doing any back bends soon. And I've heard some people like, I don't know, doing those moves, but have broken stitches trying to stretch too much or doing some kind of move or whatever, and I'm just not risking it. I can do other things, and that's totally fine. I still swell below my belly button. I think that's just because of what I do during the day. I do a lot of desk work, so I think just my muscles are engaged most of the time on the bottom, on the up below my belly button. So it's not horrible. It is nothing compared to my swelling that I had early on. It is minimal. I had a drainless surgery, and I have heard somebody say that their doctor told them that drainless, you swell longer. I don't know if that's true, but I had a drainless, and I'm swelling still, and I'm almost a year post-op, but it's nothing compared to what I was experiencing before. It's like minimal, super minimal. Like if I told you, you might notice, but I don't really notice because I know my body and I look swollen. And then I could tell the difference between morning and night. Definitely more swollen towards the night, obviously. Now, with that being said, it's very odd because under my belly button, the left side of my abs, it swells minimally, but then the right side is like a lot bigger, and it's actually to the point where sometimes it swells so much that it actually moves my belly button over a little bit, which is very odd. So it's something in there that's making me swell. So I had discussed this on a group forum, and I also talked to a friend, and they suggested a lymphatic massage. So I am going to be doing a lymphatic massage here in the next week or two with a super professional massage therapist. So I'm really hoping that I'll see good results out of that. So I will post an update on my massage to see if that helps any. And I should have done a lymphatic massage like very early on, because I've heard that helps tons with swelling. So if you are getting the surgery, just plan on getting a lymphatic massage. I don't know how often, but I would definitely try and seek out a massage therapist that is able to do lymphatic massage and that knows about the surgeries or the surgery that you're doing. So you want a professional that's familiar. That is pretty much it. That's what I could think of off the top of my head of some helpful tips that wasn't necessarily known or discussed beforehand. And yeah, so I am just things that I would have liked to have known beforehand. So if you're going to have the surgery, if you're early on from recovery from the surgery, just know that there's some things that you can do that'll help, or some expectations that that are not met, and it's okay. Seek out your doctor. I've called her numerous times to help me with some things post-op, and she's been great. She's been great post-op, great. And like I said, I'm just super blessed. I am so active now. I'm more active than I have been in the last 2 years, and you know, surgery is not for everyone, and that's totally fine. That was my option. That was my my desire to get this surgery done. And I know that's not an option for everybody, and some people are totally happy with having, you know, a 2-finger gap or so, and that's okay. You do you. I just, my personal journey, my personal choice is that I had the surgery, and I have, it has just changed my life, and I'm so blessed to have had the opportunity to do it. So leave a comment below if you have any questions. I want to be transparent with my experience and be as helpful as possible. And remember to subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot more and some more updates. So my 1 year's coming up. I cannot believe it. I was thinking the other day, like, where I was a year ago. I was talking to my husband, and I'm like, it's just crazy how this is just how I was last year. And I was laying in bed for, you know, up to an hour a day, you know, while my kids watched TV or played, and I wasn't able to engage with them just because my hernia was hurting or my abs were hurting. And just being at the point now, it's awesome. It's great. It's great, and I love it, and life has changed for me, and it's only for the best. I am also very active on Instagram, so if you want to check me out on Instagram, follow me there. It's at punksassigirl, and I will put the link below. So thank you, and let me know if you have any questions.